So, what's up, guys? If you just join us, we are going to be discussing the semi-finals Carabao Cup right now, and it's going to be like three London clubs against Liverpool. So, will Liverpool be able to outclass the next two London clubs, or will they be out during this period? Because Mohamed Salah and um,
Money.
Mane wouldn't be present for Liverpool, including maybe Keita. I'm not sure about Keita, but maybe Keita too might not be present. And Chelsea is will be missing Edward Mendy, but from the League Cup, it's been Kepa all along. Tottenham on the other side might not be missing anyone from their side, and Arsenal will be missing Thomas Partey in their squad. So we don't know what this League Cup will bring us. But the interesting thing about England is when it comes to semi-finals, finals, clubs don't joke about it. They need to get involved and go in all because it's a prestigious cup for them. So what do you think about the Carabao Cup semi-finals? Like your general view before we move into details.
The Carabao Cup semi-final is the clash of the Titans because these are all big teams, and we cannot take any team out, or we cannot rule any team out. Um, Liverpool versus Arsenal is a tough match. The London side facing Liverpool, and also we have the likes of Chelsea versus Tottenham, which is also a tough match. Anybody can win in this match, so it's a clash of the Titans.
Anybody can win in this match. So it's a clash of sorry. It's a clash of titan. I've been all day like preparing for this moment because it's just a moment that one cannot miss. It's a moment of one time in this season. So I was all preparing for it. And believe it or not, there's a semi-final, so it entails only four clubs, and it is home and away. So it doesn't still give you the opportunity to the opportunity that you are qualifying when you win in your home first leg. So anything can happen. But these three London clubs, all of them, when they face each other, is a derby. And London derby, we all know how intense it is. We all know how intensity and beautiful it is. And it doesn't matter who is on form. It doesn't matter who is on form. So first of all, just give me a brief view of which two teams do you think will proceed to the finals?
For the look of things, if I'm to actually predict the teams who are going to qualify for the finals, Chelsea against Tottenham, Chelsea are the favorites going into the game. So I would like to see Chelsea at the finals, and also Liverpool against Arsenal. Although Liverpool have lost their two key players who are the attackers of Liverpool, but still I'll consider them to be the favorite. So in the final, I want to see Chelsea versus Liverpool at the final.
Wow, wow, wow. This will be a clash of clashes because if these two teams are going to meet in the finals again, then it means that one still needs to win the other this season. Because in the first leg of Premier League, we see Chelsea he visited Anfield and ended up ending a point over there. The just midweek Premier League fixtures, Liverpool too visited in the Stamford Bridge and ended up getting a point. So, which means that their points have been splitted this season, and both of them meeting in the finals of Carabao Cup or League Cup is going to be marvelous. And I would love to see this because one thing for sure, Tuchel doesn't see finals. If he see finals, he do everything right to get it. Just like last season, he was able to take Chelsea from nothing to FA Cup finals and also to
Champion.
Champions League finals. But the FA Cup finals, it was a giveaway, even though it was so intense. And but Chelsea main focus was just in the Champions League. I think that ended up losing the FA Cup to Leicester City last season. And Klopp, on the other hand, will not take any nonsense from anyone when it comes to this nature of games. So both of them meeting will be very, 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 very intense, intense. And Arsenal, Liverpool is going to be in Stamford. Is going to be in the Emirates Stadium, and
Yeah.
this season they both have met, and it wasn't that was Anfield Stadium. Liverpool had to do what they could to win the game because they were the favorite going into the game, even though Arsenal was doing perfectly well before they moved into the game. So what's your general view about this game? Because in Emirates Stadium right now, not Anfield.
Although it's at the Emirates Stadium, we all know that Liverpool has been playing well of late, and Arsenal too has been outstanding because nobody expected Arsenal to be playing like the way they are doing right now.
Yeah,
For me, Liverpool losing such key players, especially Salah and Mane, is going to be troublesome for club. It's really, really going to be troublesome for club because these players have been the front runners for Liverpool. They have been decisive in several matches and also proven to be the best. You see, but statistically, when we look at Liverpool and Arsenal, we can see Liverpool um, mostly outclass Arsenal, mostly
yeah,
outclass Arsenal. But for the last two games that they've played, uh, we have them going like 5-5 and then to and also 0-0. So anything can actually happen in this match. Anything can happen because Arsenal too, I think, will be losing the darling Ghanaian boy Thomas Partey because
yeah,
he's not
yeah,
going.
yeah.
He's, he's also going to the AFCON, and also
Mm.
Obama because Obama already had a fallout with Arsenal, and
Yeah, yeah, that's why I didn't actually mention his name because
yeah,
already they are taking him out. And I learned he's even some one Chelsea old player is suggesting if Chelsea should take him so that maybe we'll get three strikers or maybe so that maybe he can also be able like the way we took Giroud from Arsenal and we're regulating our strikers. So I don't
uh,
know how possible it's going to be, but
if
hey,
if Chelsea are able to take him, it will really help Chelsea because his pace and
yeah.
everything is going to help Chelsea. But that will have to depend on both sides. If Arsenal really want to sell him, and if
No,
he's also
for now, Arsenal is ready to because what
let
has happened, yeah, let him go. It's just going to be like the problem is going to be the amount he takes, whether Chelsea
him.
is ready to give that amount. I don't think Chelsea will be ready to give the amount, but then it just depends on negotiation. You know,
Or
one thing about Arsenal is I don't know what is actually happening, whether it's from the management, it's from their rules and regulations, or what is actually wrong with them. Any great player of Arsenal who is living there is not like the ending is
good
never,
terms, yeah,
yeah. So I'm really worried about them and that nature. Maybe great players will not want to come because if they comes and it's ending like this, it doesn't speak well. Yeah.
that's true.
So Partey will
And
be
and
missing
and
in the,
and another thing is, it seems like it's not only Thomas Partey and Obama. You see,
yeah.
Pepe too is leaving. Pepe too is going for the Afcon, and also we have Mohamed Emani. I don't know if you know.
El Neni, yeah,
Yeah,
El Neni, Ahmed,
so, so, so squad depth, I think, is actually kind of similar because these people are losing about 4 players, and Liverpool too are losing Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah. So this is really serious. I think both teams have to just adjust and know how to go by this. Yeah. And
Uh,
Naby
mhm.
Keita too. I think
Yeah,
he's
he
also
was. Yeah, I said Keita.
yeah.
Keita might also be leaving. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
Naby Keita is also going for the AFCON. So
Hmm.
I think it's a fair game because if
So let's compare like both clubs, for instance, like what they can bring on and it will work for both of them. Because looking at the midfield, they are losing. Arsenal are losing like two players in the midfield.
yeah,
Yeah, two players and one attacker. So in the midfield, Arsenal can opt to go with Lokonga and xhaka because xhaka is still there.
yeah,
And Lokonga paired with Partey was very brilliant for them in some few games until xhaka came back. So maybe for him going into that position will help Arsenal. And also, El Nani was always on bench for sure.
yeah.
So for
That's
him, it's just going to be the problem is just going to be the substitution who will come on to like change these kind of players and change game for Arsenal. I think that is just going to be a problem for them. And for Pepe has since this season has not been involving too much in
mhm,
Arsenal game.
mhm.
So with that one, I don't see how it's going to affect Arsenal because they are using their young stars. Odegaard is there, Smith Rowe
Odegaard,
is
Smith
there,
Rowe, Nketiah,
El Neni, yes, El
Nketiah,
Neni. I said El Neni. Saka, Bukayo
Saka,
Saka is there.
yeah.
Then Martinelli. Martinelli is also there for them.
Martinelli too is really performing very, very well.
The
He's
boy is so good. He's
he's been
marvelous.
outstanding
Like,
their previous matches and all.
mm.
Yeah,
Ismail. So when if they are going to like squad wise, I think they could use these players and they might not have problem. The only problem they might just have, like you said the last time, could be the inexperience. They have the
yeah,
good squad. They are very talented, but the problem will just be the experience. They don't have much experience maybe playing to the bigger teams because this season we see them losing to only the big clubs except when the season started, they were having a lot of issues, but they've been able to iron it up and becomes one of the great clubs in Premier League. But the problem is still the big clubs. It's only Leicester they can boast of winning against, right?
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, and Tottenham,
Because
Tottenham in the Emirates Stadium today were able. That was under Nuno, and everyone know under Nuno Tottenham was not settled. So
that's
if they didn't win that game, it would have been a lot of things going under the club. So generally, this is between Arteta and Klopp.
yeah, and
So
with the Arsenal squad, although they are inexperienced, these guys are really sharp. They are really, really sharp. And if you lose guard, they can actually punish you dearly. The likes of Zaka, Odegaard, Smith Rowe, Nketiah, these guys, although experience wise, the only one I can say is much experience because he has been playing on the high level for a very long time is Odegaard
yeah,
because he has been playing with the likes of Ronaldo, Gary Bale, Modric, and the rest way back in Real Madrid. You see, and he's also the captain of Norway. We have to admit that. So this guy does not fear anything when it comes to pressure and all. But the rest, um, they are still growing, although they are maybe they might be the same age like that of Odegaard. But they are also very, very, very sharp. They are very, very, very sharp. Saka is a fantastic player. Smith Rowe has been performing very, very well of late. And Nketiah has been like a goal machine. If he gets the chance, definitely he's going to punish.
good to score. Yeah, yeah,
If that guy gets the chance, he's a Ghanaian boy. I don't know why.
yeah.
I,
I wanted him to get a call up to the. Maybe he doesn't. He's not ready to play
I don't
for
know.
Ghana.
Maybe
Maybe.
he has played for England before. And
But he's still young. He can still change his nationality.
the thing is, if you are giving offer to maybe you sorry, you have this mentality that in the near future, England, I'm going to get a call out from England. There's no way you go to Ghana. You see,
No,
so
for
maybe
sure, for sure, for
yeah,
sure.
that's actually maybe the
Yeah, for
mentality
sure.
or something. But if he decides to go to Ghana, I think it will help him a lot. It will help him a lot because you
But
get an important role.
But the problem of these clubs too, if you are in these clubs and you switch your nationality, there are some privileges you cannot be able to
You
get.
don't get
We
it's
see players being affected with this kind of nature. We remember in Arsenal, Arsenal was having a midfielder like that. He opted to play for Ghana, and that was it. They never used him again. They ended up selling him. Was it Aqua or some one player like that?
uh,
I forgot the name. Yeah, he was a midfielder. Was very good. He was young. They were just introducing during was an Arsene Wenger era.
oh, okay, I
Yeah,
see.
during Arsene Wenger era. So they
That's
finally just sold him. I don't know what becomes of that player again. So
it's cool.
and
Some they use this nationality thing. So
so Liverpool.
Liverpool going into Liverpool, um, the likes of we already mentioned Mane, Navigator, Alisson Becker too is out. We can say
Mhm.
Matip too. I think Matip too wouldn't be in the game, and Mohamed Salah. But for the lineup, we have the goalkeeper who was in post for
The
Liverpool.
boy is very
Yes,
good. Is
much.
he Hetler
Yeah, he's
or is he?
Kelly
Uh,
Howe or whatever. Is it Hetler Kelly Howe? That I
yeah,
think
yeah,
that's his name.
yeah,
Kelly Howe.
Keha,
Yeah,
Keleha, yeah.
and we have Arnold is going to be there. Gomez to Van Dyke, Robertson, Jones, Fabino, Henderson.
What about this player, Kunate?
Kunate, I don't know if he's going to play Kunate. I think, or is
No, is
Kunate,
it is
is
it
he
an
an
African
African?
player?
That's the thing. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't really know if Kunate is an African. Kunate.
that's
I
that's
don't really
actually
know if he's an African player.
he's also very good. He did very well against Chelsea in the bridge.
Yeah, he did very well. He did very, very well. But I don't really know his nationality. I don't know his nationality. Konate.
Yeah, let's see what's going to happen. But hey, it's something that we are actually looking forward to because this is going to be a very intense game. But the problem here
I
is
think
Arsenal have
I think he's a French boy.
it's a French boy.
He's a
France
French
have a lot of players. France players
yes,
have like they are too much.
a lot, plenty. They have so many players, so many.
Yeah, and they are just African French. Majority
Yeah,
of them are just African French,
exactly.
and this game, Arsenal, you see, Arsenal are doing very well in the Emirates Stadium. Like the performance they did against uh, Man City. If they are going to repeat the same performance, don't you think they will win this game?
Yeah, if they repeat the same performance that they showed during the Man City game, they are going to win this game. They are going to win this game, no doubt about that, because they've been outstanding. And what we can see is that it's hard for them to lose at the Emirates Stadium. It's
Yeah, yeah,
it's really really hard for them to lose
yeah,
at
yeah.
the Emirates Stadium. The last time they played in the Emirates Stadium that they lost was the one with Man City, which for that one I'm sure they were robbed. That's what I would say
No,
because
yeah, that
yeah,
game was it didn't
yeah,
I didn't actually like the way the referee handled the game. The referee didn't actually did quite well. He didn't balance the game, and on my own point of view, both of them should have gotten this in penalty.
penalty,
I
yeah,
don't have problem with the red card because the red card was two yellow cards. I didn't even notice the first yellow card, but the second yellow card, the referee couldn't have stopped it. But for someone who denied them of penalty, should have been able to stop the red card, or if they had the penalty, the red card was fair deal for them. And
yes, exactly.
games like this, when after the game is over, it's over. You cannot say whatever you say is not going to affect the results of the game. So, and that is it.
Yeah,
Now,
and
now,
so the matches that they've played, apart from the City one that they played in the Emirates that they lost, the rest, like they played with West Ham United, they scored them 2-0.
mm,
They played with Southampton, they scored them 3-0. They played with Newcastle, they scored them 2-0, and they scored Sunderland 5-1.
yeah,
So
that was what
yes,
they scored and then qualified to this stage of the competition.
yeah, yeah. So it's difficult for you to score them. And what I can see is that in the Emirates too, they try to keep a clean sheet. They always try to keep a clean sheet. So it's going to be a tough match. People might undermine them, or they might look down upon them. They might say, "Oh, Liverpool is the favorite here." We all know Liverpool has a great team and they have a great coach. But with these youngsters, you cannot look down upon them. You don't have to. You just don't have to be competent, and otherwise they will punish you, because we can see that with the game that they played with Manchester City. So I think this game is a really tough one. It's a close game. It's a
Yeah,
close game.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a close game for that matter, and we don't need to miss it. This is just an important game for both clubs, and we are looking forward to see a beautiful game in the Emirates Stadium. But hey, Liverpool is a determined team. They when they are going away, they try to always do their best. This is why this game is going to be a perfect example of a classic game. So whatever you are doing on Thursday, you need to watch out for this game. And we're going to bring it, we're going to react to it live on YouTube too. So you could join us on that day too. And tomorrow game, wow,
Chelsea.
Chelsea, Chelsea,
The Blues.
Chelsea. This is a London derby. Before we move to Chelsea, or let me just let you know some few things about these two players. So Chelsea West Ham is a rivalry. That's the most the rivalry is
Chelsea
is
Tottenham.
more than
Chelsea
any
Tottenham.
other thing.
Chelsea
You
Tottenham.
Chelsea Tottenham, yes, London Derby, and the rivalry is so intense. And this is going to be the eighth different League Cup tie between Chelsea and Tottenham. You see, and Chelsea have managed to win four of it, including
Yeah.
two semi-finals. So the semi-finals is like Chelsea and Tottenham met in Carabao semi-finals for four times or three times, because this is going to be the fourth semi-finals both are meeting. And Chelsea have managed to win three out of the not
Out of the four.
yeah, yeah, out of four. So let's see what's going to happen. And Tottenham, on the other hand, they have never won. They have never won a League Cup game against Chelsea in Stamford Bridge. So if they do that tomorrow, it's going to be their first time, and I don't think it's I don't even think it's going to happen. Even though Conte is there, Conte is leading them. Conte is coming back to the bridge, and yesterday his press conference, he made mention how he loved Chelsea, how his first Premier League appearance in Chelsea, and the moment was beautiful for him. I was going to include him to this Tottenham because hey, we are not Chelsea is not going to joke with him because you are heading our our most rivalry club to Stamford Bridge. So even though we welcome him, but it's not going to be like the way he should be expecting. So your general view about this game before we move on. Chelsea,
This
Tottenham.
this game is going to be one of a kind, because we should, although when you look at this game statistically, um Chelsea is way ahead. Chelsea is way ahead, because since 2000, I don't even remember the last time Tottenham won Chelsea. That's it. I don't remember the
Yeah,
last.
for
Yeah,
eight for eight games now in all competitions. Tottenham are winless.
Yeah, yeah. So Chelsea now they are the clear favorite going into this game. But we have to know that there's Antonio Conte. That's that's one thing I always say. There's Antonio Conte. This guy is a genius when it comes to coaching, and he knows how to organize his boys for big matches like this. He's somebody that his blood boils when there's big teams because he likes this. How should I put it? Playing of these mind games and bragging rights.
Yeah,
Antonio
yeah,
Conte likes that. He's like Tuchel also like that. And I know because Tuchel when he scores, you brag, you talk. So going into this game, what we can see is that Mendy is out, but I know Kepa has been the one during this Carabao Cup. I think Kepa is the one been keeping.
yeah. He's been the one being on post for the
Yeah,
Carabao and FA Cup. Yeah.
yeah, and I think Tottenham also have some small injuries. I think so. The likes of Bergwan has a calf injury.
Bergwijn.
Yeah, Bergwan is out. He has a calf injury, and is also having a hamstring. And we have another player we call it Cesses Gnon or what?
Sesenyo.
Yes, a senior. Is this a senior? Italian boy, I think. Yes, because the name sounds like some Italian. He also has
No, I think he's French, right? I think
he's
he's
a friend,
French.
right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
because we have Sesenyo before. Like,
So,
if not these African francophone countries, then it should be from France. I don't
yeah,
know, but it should be. Mm.
he's also having a muscular injury, so he's not going to be there. But aside that, we know the squad that Tottenham. Because I want to talk about Tottenham first, then we tackle Chelsea. You know,
Of course.
yeah,
Let's move on.
we know the squad that Tottenham is having. For the post, I can see maybe Hugo Lloris going to be there, and maybe the defense we have Sanchez, Rodon, and Davis. And also we have the likes of Hogbeck being in the midfield, Regulon, Lucas, Son, King. These are players that I hope Antonio Conte will start. And these players too, you can't take anything away from them because
No, no.
although Kane, Harry Kane hasn't been of the best form or he hasn't been of the clear mind. That's how I'll put it. Because since these transfer windows and everything, I think emotionally and the guy is actually down, so he has not been performing lately like how he used to perform. But
Mm.
still, Harry Kane is Harry Kane, the captain of England. If you do, he will just punish you. He will just punish you. And one guy that Chelsea players have to be very, 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 very careful is the Korean boy, the
No, for
Ghana.
the Korean boy, we know
Yeah,
about him.
son,
You know,
son.
Song, for Tottenham, when you are meeting Tottenham, there are two players to hold, and then you will take them out of the game. That is Song and Hurricane. It's
Yeah,
only Lucas Moura who sometimes brings the best out in him and try to manipulate things on his way. But hey, we are
and
ever ready to face
there's there's
Tottenham.
there's one guy who I really admire a lot the way he plays. Lo Celso. I don't know if you know
Lo
that guy.
Celso, yeah. Lo
Lo
Celso
Celso,
is very good.
this guy is very, very good. He can push you with the ball. Like he's really, really talented. He's this
Mm,
um South Korean case who like they don't feel anything when they are pushing with the ball. I really
mm.
like that guy. If he's to, I think definitely he will come from the bench. Yeah, hopefully. And
But whatever be the case, Chelsea is ready
yeah,
to hand
and
down
Chelsea
Tottenham.
and should
Serious.
be careful. Chelsea should be careful.
No, the thing is, Antonio Conte. We know his formula is three or five back, and he defends a lot. And
Yeah,
it's
maybe
like
three four
he's
two
good.
one. Of late,
He,
that's the formation he has been playing 3-4-2-1.
yeah, he's good at it, but we know he's the one, like he's one of the coaches who started it, who started the three back, and he's
Yeah.
good at it. But Tuchel have taken it to another level.
Okay.
You know, people didn't know, like when you are playing three back, you can also own possession. You can also like be very dangerous in attack.
Yeah.
Aside from, because three back, when teams were playing three back, a lot of perception was just that they are here to defend and counter attack their opponent. But Tuchel with the three back has taken it to another level. So for me, I term it as a three back, a tactical magician Tuchel three back, and then the practical Conte three
Come
back.
on. I like that compliment. Though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be something that you don't need to miss, because it's a test for both coaches. It's a
Yeah.
test for both coaches whether what they are doing is actually real, because this is just going to be a battle of coaches than a battle of players. But
Yeah.
for fans, it's just going to be battle for everyone, because
Yeah.
these two sides
Because
don't see each other at all.
yeah, and it's a London derby. It's a London
Yeah,
derby. So, yeah. And another thing, if Conte wasn't in Tottenham, I would have said it's going to be a clear win for Chelsea. That's what I would have said.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
for now, Conte being there, I would just say it's a 50-50 game.
It's a 50
Yeah,
50 game,
50
but
game.
the problem is history is going to repeat itself.
Okay, let's pray so.
And
Let's hope so.
one thing I like about this game is that Chelsea, for now, our problems has been scoring. We create a lot of chances, but the scoring is always the issue. And it's like Tottenham too are just the same thing. Against Liverpool in the Tottenham Sports Stadium. They had the opportunity to even score Liverpool more than 5 goals, but they didn't utilize their chances. Harry Kane has been silent for quite a long time, even though he had the first goal in that game. Since then, it's been a problem netting. It's been
I think
problem netting.
I
Yes.
think he will resume netting with you guys
No, not
to
against Chelsea. He knows. He himself knows psychology. Psychological setup. You've not been scoring against a certain team, and you are not even in your perfect form. So psychologically, even going into that game is going to be very. I think the move is still worrying him. And in Stamford Bridge, there's not going to be a stone turned down in chanting. They will chant for the team throughout the game, because this is a game of rivalry. This is a London derby. There's no other way to win a team or to win game than this kind of game. And this season, Chelsea should, if Chelsea take 2 or more trophies, I'm not going to be surprised. And that is my target for the team. 2 or more trophies. Already we have Super Cup. So we just need two trophies in addition, and everything will settle for the club. Tuchel is practically a good coach, and look at the way he's not. One, I love the guy. To be frank, Tuchel, I love him. Look at the way he handled Lukaku issue. Today, yesterday they met, or is it today? Yeah, today they met, and everything was fine. He said he doesn't have problem with him. He wanted to understand like the implication of what he did, and from the look of things, we need to move on. That is the most important thing.
yeah. He said the guy has apologized, so
Yeah,
there's no need not bringing him back to the squad. So I think he trained with the squad today,
yeah.
and
Lukaku trained with the squad
he has
today.
been listed to be part of the team.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, coming tomorrow. So I think it's the best. It's going to help you guys also because
Yeah, it's good.
you need Lukaku. You need
We need him, but the problem is we only need him when he comes in to score. That
no,
is the only thing.
no, a player can come in but will not score, but is going to assist somebody to score or he's going to play very, very well. You understand?
Yes,
Most
I know, but
although
this is
although he's a striker, but it's not every time that every striker will get a goal.
But
Sometimes,
that's but we only bought Lukaku because of scoring.
no, that's the point. That for that one, no doubt about that. Everybody buys a striker because they want the striker to score goals. But if the goals doesn't come and he's able to play a fantastic game and make assist or pave way for other people to score, I think that's also a plus. And
No,
if the goals come to, that's a bonus for him as a player.
but for him to pull out this kind of issues in the club in the club at this particular moment, I want him to score,
To
not
score.
to even assist, to score and score even more than one. That way, maybe
That's
the fans
for,
be
for that for that we can't guarantee unless if he gets his good day and a great performance, then hopefully we can say, oh, maybe he was and he scores fine. But I don't think it's an obligatory compulsory that
no, when it comes to this situation, it's obligatory because now he needs to fight and win the hearts of the fans.
okay, what he's not the only player playing. What if he doesn't score?
That's why I already put it. If he doesn't score, fine. The coach is the coach who deemed it right to put him there. If the coach refused to start him today again, no fan will complain.
Yeah,
I don't know
exactly.
whether you get me. And one thing you should also under this is Lukaku who came in and Chelsea play was in the beginning. Chelsea play was very difficult because every player who had ball was looking up to him because that was the reason why he. But if he's not there, you see Chelsea. Our flair is different when he's present than when he's present. And for the past two games he played, well, things were changing a little bit. Then this issue just came up. We are okay. Tuchel, we support and we love him. And we, whatever, Tuchel is here to stay, to be frank. And he's there. And
Are,
whatever he says, the fans listen.
are, you-
Because
are
he's
you
not only.
are you sure he's not going to go?
No, Tuchel will not go, not for now.
Okay, not now. But I
Not
know,
not for now and not
yeah,
because
not now, but I know you guys will sack him one day.
you
It's Chelsea we are talking about here.
it's Chelsea.
It's
You
Chelsea.
know why we sack our coaches. You know.
That's exactly, and it will happen.
And
Because every coach can't deliver every time or every season, you understand? So there will come a
no,
season.
we understand those situations too. We
Yes,
understand. It's not every coach we usually sack for.
yes.
If you don't give us trophy this season and next season, it looks like you will not give us another trophy for that one. You
No,
might not be. But
far from that. If his performance is poor, you know Chelsea. It's
that's what I'm saying. Like if we see that you won't get us trophy and we will not play Champions League, we will not play Europa, still we will have to do something about it. But if let's say you give Chelsea trophy this season, or next year we are playing Champions League, but we might not be able to get trophy, they won't worry you much.
yeah, but
For us, whatever you do
I
to
I know a season will come that you guys will go trophyless, and that's where the question mark is going to
that,
come.
but going trophyless doesn't mean we might not play Champions League game.
No, there are times that a coach has used you guys to qualify for Champions League, but you still sack coaches.
Which coach?
Mourinho,
Huh? No,
Mourinho.
Mourinho on there was issue. You see that even
You
up
see
to
what I'm
date.
talking about?
No, understand something here.
Ancelotti.
See what you are saying. See those kind of this, you see that there's going to be an agreement between. You see, Mourinho, even up to date, Chelsea fans still love Mourinho because
Because
we
of
still know what he did for the club and we still know the value of his presence during those days. Like Conte, for instance, everybody loved Conte until he
the
went to
fallout.
Tottenham. And you being a
We
coach of
went
Tottenham,
to,
eh?
but, but before you went to Tottenham, like there was a fallout between Conte and Chelsea.
But that doesn't stop the fans from loving him because everybody knew that he needed some certain players and the club, the board, and the management didn't provide him. And he's the kind of no-nonsense coach. He doesn't do things your way. He wants it his way. So the moment you are not getting him what he wants, he's going. And he did the same thing against Inter. And without doubt, the fans were still love him because he has also played an impact. He has also made an impact in the game during his time. And his press conference, he did mention it. You understand? Just that the way he went to Tottenham, a lot of Chelsea fans might they are not going to support him again. For
Why?
that one is sure.
The thing is, you guys don't owe him
Even
anything.
Mourinho, no, we don't owe him
Yeah,
anything.
so
But the thing
it's
is,
business. The thing is, it's a business.
it's a business. It's a
Yeah.
business for a lot of people. We didn't say like we are cursing him because he's going to Tottenham, but the love he has in our heart will reduce because
Oh,
Tottenham is a rivalry club.
oh man. Okay,
No,
for that
assuming
one,
okay, let me give you a typical
no, no. I
example.
understand. I understand. I understand that one.
I want because you are a Madrid fan. I wanted to take
No, no.
Madrid and Atletico. If a like Zidane from Madrid, he went to Atletico. Like,
Oh, I understand. I understand. I
uh-huh,
understand.
yes,
But but
that's
but but you should know Zidane will never go to Atletico.
because he know what is at stake.
No, apart from he being a coach, he has been a player in Madrid.
Mhm.
And he's in the history book. But Ancelotti can go to Atletico, no problem for that. But
Yeah,
for
that's what
Zidane,
I'm saying. So as you see, Ronaldo was to go to what do you call it? Manchester City, and the old players of United just came out and switched
of
everything
course,
off.
yeah, of course,
So that's those things. And
yeah,
like
of
he
course,
went
that
to
one,
Manchester City, then United fans wouldn't have loved him again.
yeah, of
So
course,
it's
definitely,
normal when we say we
yeah,
don't love him again, as
yeah.
long as he belongs to Tottenham, and he knows. Yesterday he said it. Yeah, my time in Chelsea was great moment, and it was, and he still wants to meet some old people and some players over there because Liqueta is still there, Alonso is still there. He loved to meet those kind of people, but hey, he's leading Tottenham. That's the wrong thing over there, and
Let's hope the best team wins the match
that
tomorrow.
is it. And the best team is Chelsea for now.
Yeah, the best team is Chelsea. On paper, Chelsea is the best team.
In the midfield, in the
In every
midfield of Chelsea, let's say, okay, let's talk about the back three first
the
because
back,
I expect Thiago Silva because this time this is a semi-final, so no benching of players. Maybe next match is FA Cup, so probably maybe they can give other players opportunity to play. So
uh,
Thiago Silva is I think he might be there. Rudiger and then Chaluba. This back three, I think they will occupy the back three. Aside from Kepa being our number one in the post currently. So
and
this back three, what do you think? Because last time out against Liverpool, they were amazingly good. Just one mistake from Chaluba, then we paid dearly for it, even though
but
we're able to.
I think Chalobah is having a hamstring issue. I don't know if he's going to be fit to play the game. I don't really know. Yeah,
Yeah,
because if Chalobah is not played, then I think you guys are going to be forced to play maybe Sa.
oh, yeah, because Christensen
Yeah,
too is having injury.
yeah.
I don't know whether he's back.
But
Yeah,
but
so
let's hope Chalobah is fit and the
I
hamstring
think
no issue. Yeah.
yeah, I think if he's not fit, then it means that the Capito himself, as Aspilicueta, will occupy the back three than Sa because Sa, I've never seen him play. He's a left back, he's a left-footed player, and we
No,
can't afford to put him in the middle between him and between Rudiger and Thiago Silva. You understand?
no,
So if Chaloba is not there, then Aspilicueta will be in the back three. Then we'll find someone who will play the wing back, the right wing back, because what's the name? Christian Pulisic. We usually see him playing there, and also we have Hosn Odoi sometimes also play wing back. So it's just, but if this guy, I don't see Malangsa, unless if Rudiger is not there. That side he could be able to occupy, or they might also try him at the wing back, left wing back, and see how he will be able to perform. But
no.
I've never seen him play wing back. He's only a typical defender, left-footed player. He can play from the center back position and then the left back. That's the only position I see him playing. So, but let's see what's going to happen. And Loftus Cheek, he trained the day. They say he trained yesterday and also trained the day before yesterday. So he's going to be present. And him being present means that presence in this game means that if he's fit, and Tuchel deemed it right that he's a player who can play and be part of the squad, then it means that our midfield three will be used here. You know the players I'm talking about.
Yeah, I
Kante,
know.
yeah,
Yes,
Kovacic and Jorginho. And you
Jorginho.
know these three, if they are in the midfield, Chelsea is unstoppable.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So
Proven
if
several
these
times.
three are present, it means that the midfield will be won by Chelsea and the pressing will be amazing because if Kante with these two, Kante is present, the pressing is amazingly good and defensive work is always perfect for the Blues. So I don't know, like if Tuchel opt to go for them, then probably it will be better off for us in this game.
What do you think about the attacking also?
For the attacking right now, it's always a headache selecting Chelsea attack. So, but first of all, for me, one thing I consider is consistency, chances created, and like how amazingly or movement is done in the upfront. That's what I always see in selecting my three. And we know Mason Mount is very consistent, even though for the past two games he's not able to net for Chelsea. He also missed a couple of chances, but he's a player I would like to see in this kind of games because this kind of games you are going with heart all out because it's a derby and it's a rivalry club you are playing against. So the
Yes.
heart he has for the club, he needs to be there. He needs to be there. And well, the big game player that I wanted to also see, I don't know whether he's fit for it because he's
Well,
always a big game player. When it comes to big games, he get the goal for Chelsea or he gets the assist for Chelsea. That's Hakim Ziyech. Just that, like he doesn't have when sometimes when his presence in the game is always good, particularly when
Ziyech,
Lukaku and
Ziyech
Timove.
is he not an African?
Ziyech is an African, but he has problem with his national coach, so he didn't call him. He
Oh,
wasn't part. I don't know if lately they've included him to their squad, but he wasn't present. He's someone I would love to see in this game. And if he's there, his movement lately was very good until he also had the injury and was. But the last two games, he was always on bench. So if Ziyech is going to play, I would love to see Timo Werner. And then if Lukaku deem it right to play, if the coach deem it right for Lukaku to play, I would love to see the three of them, what they will bring to the team. That is Ziyech, Timo Werner, and Lukaku. Because the last time this last season, we saw Ziyech and Timo Werner pair was absolutely amazing for Chelsea, especially when it comes to counter. Both of them usually combine and get us goals. So if Lukaku is going to be in the picture, we need to see what these three can bring to us. But if Lukaku is not going to be there, I think going for Kai Havertz is going to be amazing for Chelsea because his movement is absolutely brilliant.
yeah,
What a
exactly.
player he is. Some people see him as a striker, but hey, some people don't see him like that. They just see him as the number 10 role. And I'm waiting for him to pick because since coming back from injury, he also or the COVID too, he's not been all that good. That's why I said like some of them getting 100% from them will be very difficult currently. But hey, this is a game we need to do our best to get to the final. Getting to the finals, meaning that we have the possibility to lift the trophy.
Well, let's see if Chelsea is able to. If Chelsea is able to overcome this obstacle, then hopefully in the final two, they will just try their possibly best to lift the.
Yes, and what I'm believing that this game It's not going to be won by the selection. The selection both clubs are going to bring out, that is not going to win the game for them. But what is going to win the game is the on-field substitution and tactics.
Okay.
What information you relay to your players, if your players are able to utilize it, and that's what Tuchel is best at. Because for about since arriving to Chelsea, I only saw him like one or two matches that his substitution didn't work for him. And if he's going to impact that in the on-field play, believe me, Chelsea will be victorious after this game.
Okay.
and and
That's
this is not
nothing to
going.
say. I think you said it all about Chelsea.
But well, this is not going to be the first time we meet in FA as Carabao Cup semi-finals or League Cup semi-finals. We've been meeting. Chelsea has been carrying the day. It's only maybe one or
Yeah, yeah.
maybe
Chelsea, they are the clear favorites because they have a good coach. They have good players who are performing very well lately, and also with statistics against Tottenham Hotspur, it's fantastic. It's actually perfect. It's perfect. I
yeah,
would say
yeah.
it's close to perfect. It's perfect. So on paper, for now, we can say Chelsea are clear favorite and they are winners on paper. But let's see what tomorrow is going to happen
No,
on the
no. For me, I always say it, and I'm going to say it again.
No, the thing is because you're a Chelsea fan. I
No,
understand
no,
that.
no, 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 no. That's not what I'm coming to say now. Like I'm not like in any way I'm supposed to defend my team, but sometimes when the truth is there, you just have to say it. If your colleagues are hurt, they are hurt. You understand? I always consider like Tottenham to be a non-serious club because why? First of all, huh?
I said you still don't get my point. No doubt, no doubt you guys are favorites. But in football game, sorry, in football game, anything can actually happen. That's
Yeah,
why
of course, of
that's
course,
that's why
anything can
that's
happen.
why that's why I say on paper you guys have already won the match. You see,
Yeah, but
I mean,
we don't need to be guaranteed on that.
no, I'm not guaranteeing. I'm just telling you based on performance, based on
Based on
statistics.
statistics. Yeah,
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 yeah. But we can go into the match, although you are the favorites and everything is in your favor, but you lose it.
yeah.
That doesn't mean you go in the match and you lose it. No, that doesn't mean that. I'm
I
just
understand
saying that
that. I understand
yeah,
that.
yeah, anything can
I
happen.
understand that. Just that for me, I always consider Tottenham as non-serious club. They are not prepared to take trophies. So they are not serious. Look, if they needed trophies in the beginning, like they wouldn't have sacked Mourinho for the first time. Because
No, that's true.
Mourinho, under Mourinho era, Tottenham individual players perform more than any other team in Tottenham for like since for the first time ever. Individual performance. Talk of Hurricane, talk of Song, talk of Lucas Moura, talk of Bergwijn, like, and he even has the audacity to move Eric Dyer from midfield to defense because Tottenham was having defensive problem. He's been able to send you to a final, the same trophy we are talking about. You didn't allow him to play the finals. You sacked him, and you wanted to pick the trophy to just say that Moreno was not doing the best for you. Now you didn't get the trophy. In the beginning of this season, you could have gone for someone like Conte, but you strongly believe because of his terms, you cannot do because you need trophies and you want to go and bring a serious coach. The coach is telling you what he can do to bring you trophies. You said no. You rather went for Nuno because Nuno is cheap and Nuno can do whatever you ask him to do. And at the end of the day, it wasn't glory for them. They ended up sacking Nuno. Don't get me wrong, Nuno is a respected coach in EPL when he was in Wolves, and everyone knows him to be a kind of a DNA type of defensive coach. And Tottenham is not known for that kind of style, playing three
That's
back or
that's
maybe in DNA of Tottenham is not known for that kind of style. So I always knew it was a wrong thing Nuno moving. But Nuno to on his own side, moving from Wolves to Tottenham is an achievement for him. He wanted to do something perfect for the club, but it didn't work out. That doesn't mean he's not good. He's good. Now you have gone back to the same coach you didn't want to employ. You employ him right now, and he's here. Let's see
that's
what in
that's
the middle of the season or almost middle of the
that's
season.
Daniel Levy for you. That's Daniel Levy.
So if you had gone to his terms, maybe probably things would have changed in the beginning. Things would have changed, and right now he also needs to wait until the end of the season. He'll be able to buy his players because no serious coach, if not upgrading of your team, would just come to a club like this and in January you start to buy your own players. No, sometimes it doesn't happen that way. So he will try to manage these players till the end of the season. Then they will now be looking at what will happen. He already give them his budget. It's now left with them to complete their own side of the deal. And I'm not seeing Tottenham to be able to comply with this guy when it comes to transfer. Let's see what's going to happen. That's
Yeah,
why I always consider they are not serious. And in London clubs, we always know Chelsea takes the most trophies. If you are a serious coach, we want you. We want you not because of your serious. Whatever you do to win games and get us the trophy, we don't care. What you want, we provide, except for some few notches that Chelsea always like go ahead and make some decisions. And sometimes they sit and make the decisions just for the sake of the club. And it's been working for us. It's been working for us. Just like Real Madrid. Real Madrid, if you don't get them trophy, they sack you. They don't
yes,
care.
exactly.
And so it's the
No,
same
no, no.
mentality Chelsea is
Yeah.
having.
In Real Madrid, nobody is above the club. So yeah,
So that is the perfect way of or perfect example of man. And one thing I love about Ibrahimovic is our owner. He doesn't make decisions based on his own. He only the board makes the decision, and then the transfer comes. If he's going to pump money in, he pumps money in to get the this in. And from his time up, you see our young players. There was a time we don't use young players. Now look at our squad: Mason Mount, Loftus Cheek, what's the name? Rhys James, Odoi.
although
Look at they are. If you're going to like, they are just from our academy, and we didn't spend much a lot of monies on them, and they are doing amazingly well. It's only this guy that we sold, and I understand, and he was very. I didn't want him to go, but that time too, he needed to get the playing time. Tariq Lamptey is in Aston Villa. He's from our academy. He was a perfect example, particularly when he came in as a substitute against Arsenal in the Emirates Stadium. What he did over there was absolutely. That was when I began to love the player. It was that time I began to love Tariq Lamptey. But Rhys James was there. Rhys James is still young. Tariq Lamptey is young. We need to create a space for at least one of them. So that was why they decided, because he was still coming, he's junior to Rhys James. And the
that's
only difference between them is just scoring. Rhys James score goals, but Tariq Lamptey, what do you call it? His offensive nature, the way he's aggressive in offensive, is way better than Rhys James. But Rhys James' shooting range is absolutely amazing, and that's why he's been able to get us few goals this season. And when he's back, because we are missing, if he was there, believe me or not, this Liverpool game would have been a game Chelsea should be winning.
so what's your prediction for the match? Tottenham, Chelsea.
No, for Tottenham against Chelsea, it doesn't matter who is on form. It's a rivaling club. And any club that turns out is going to be a victorious for. But so long as Tottenham have never won in Chelsea's home in this cup, I still go for Chelsea 2-0. Even though it's going to be because under Conte, we see Tottenham attack is very sharp. They are also creating a lot of chances, but scoring is always the problem. That's what I said when it comes to attacking, it's like we are similar. The only difference is that we will have a lot of players, maybe two, or they will score one or two chances, and then the third one they might score. Mount, Pulisic, Ziyech, maybe Hosnodoi, or maybe Lukaku himself. But for them, who do they have? Only Song. For Song, if he gets the chance, he will score. But and also Hurricane. But Hurricane this season has not been marvelous for them this season. I think the move they didn't grant him is still affecting him. And I'm not sure with the kind of performance he's performing lately that City will still go with 100 million for him. No, it's not gonna happen again because they already failed. They already gone for 100 million Grealish, and it's not looking all closey for them.
Well, let's hope the best team wins the game
Of
and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
um,
For me, I always say it. We hope for the best team win, but hey, I want to see the finals, a London Derby finals this time round because for League Cup it's been happening, London Derby finals, and this season I would just want to see them again. Liverpool is only the club among the four teams who is not from London, and if it is London Derby and Chelsea is there, I expect us to win the game because when it comes to trophies in the last time London Derby FA Cup, that was under Lampard era. Under Lampard era, you see that for the past subsequent years, we've been getting to finals. If we don't take it, then we don't take it. Under Lampard era against Arsenal, we had injuries within the match. Lampard was able to do a little bit substitution, and the last I was talking about the referee, what's the name? The one who whistled against Chelsea, Liverpool. I was talking about the luck we don't have when he's whistling, and he gave Cover a red card, which that everyone was surprised because that trophy would have, and that was the first trophy for Arteta. That was the first trophy for Arteta, and that was why Arsenal just keep to decide to still keep him because for a very long time they didn't get trophy, and he came on for with his first season. He was able to get them trophy as an old player and a manager. So this time, with the caliber of players Chelsea is having, believe me or not, we need to take two or more trophies in this season. Even though like it's not been good for us, COVID and injuries, but by the end of this January, I think a lot of players will be back, except for Ben Chilwell. Benchewa will be out for the rest of the season. And we just need one midfielder and right wing back and a left wing back, and the team will complete. If we're able to get these three players in this transfer window, Chelsea is unstoppable. Chelsea is unstoppable.
let's hope. Now, the first test is to beat Tottenham Hotspur and qualify to the final stage. Then we will know if the first trophy can be taken. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The first trophy can be taken for sure. For the Carabao Cup, well, I think we need to do something about it. We need to win it and win it for sure. So if you're new and you join us, try to subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and we're going to be uh, giving you this like time to time. And tomorrow we are going to be we're going to bring you live match reaction between live match reaction between Chelsea and then Tottenham in the bridge. And the bridge is going to be buzzing. It's going to be buzzing for a lot of fans. It's going to be buzzing for players, and it's going to be buzzing for the management because we are there. We are here from the beginning, and we want to go to the finals and get the win for ourselves, and get the win for the club, and get the win for the Blues. Because when it comes to trophies in London clubs, Chelsea, we don't joke. Chelsea, we don't joke. We always want to be on top. The sky is blue in London, and London is blue. This is a game, to be frank, we need a lot of attention, and we need a lot of support, because Tottenham is not also a small club. But Conte coming in this game, hey, we should be proud that we are meeting him right now, and we need to eliminate them in this competition and go ahead to the finals. So, and be part of this conversation. If you just join me, be part of the conversation, and let's discuss Chelsea, because we already finished with Chelsea. We already finished with Arsenal, Liverpool in Emirates Stadium, and currently we are discussing Liverpool. Try to be part of the conversation. Send us your opinion. Let's see what is going to happen in Stamford Bridge. Already, Chelsea is linked with Lucas Dean in what's the name, in Everton, because last time out we were linked with him, but then because of Ben Chilwell, we bail out and opt for Ben Chilwell, and right now Ben Chilwell is injured for the rest of the season. We are linked to him again, a couple of them. Douglas Fico is also still there. We are still, and maybe if we're not going to buy left wing back, I think it's better for us to call Emerson to come and then help Alonso finish the season, because Alonso cannot do everything this season. We have this League Cup, we have FA Cup, and we also have League, that's Premier League, and also Champions League, and we are still going to play Club World Cup this season. So Alonso cannot do everything. And I hope Chelsea will be moving out to get a left wing back player to add up to Alonso, because we cannot cope with Alonso for the rest of the season. And in the right wing back, we still have the Capito himself can still take part in the left wing back, but I wish we could have get someone to in addition over there, because Rhys James will be out for like 3 weeks. And when he comes back, we all know the philosophy of Tuchel. If you come back, you are yet not part of the team. You need to be adapting. You need to be adapted before he could use you. Except the time there was a lot of injuries, he needs to force some of them. And we all know how it cost the Chelsea, and we are still paying dearly for it. Other than that, Liverpool game was a game we were supposed to win, but we didn't win. We simple draw because of what he forced most of the players to play, and the injury extended. Some of them, the COVID, they didn't, so they are still coming back into. But tomorrow's game is a game and must win game for Chelsea. As I said, my standard for the club is just to get 2 or more trophies this season, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that. In the midfield, we are buzzing in the midfield currently because the midfield general is fit. N'Golo Kante. The one touch Jorginho is fit. And then the no nonsense Kovacic is there. And last time you all saw what he did against Liverpool. And hey, this is a game that we are not going to leave anything behind. We're going to go all out. And when these three are in the midfield, we all know what is happening defensively and offensively. It's been perfect for Chelsea. Both both players are doing quite very well. And these midfielders just need to add a shooting range, like learn how to shoot on top of their game. They just need to add it. And if they are able to do that, we have complete midfielders. But if they are not able to do that yet, so we need to go get a midfielder who can shoot for us. Because there are some certain games Chelsea would have just win it if we have players who can shoot, or midfielders who can shoot from outside the box. And this is throughout this season, we've been fumbling because we don't have such players. We don't have such players. And we need to get them if these people are not adding it on top of their game. You see the goal Kovacic score, 1 in a million goal. Before you see him scoring that kind of goal, it's going to be a long time again. No, no, I'm not disrespecting him, but I want the best for him and for the club. I want the best for him and for the club. And hey, defense have been marvelous since Tuchel arrival. He's been able to shuffle the three back very well, and Thiago Silva is named one of the best defenders in the Premier League alongside with Ruben Diaz. And Thiago Silva will talk about, because Thiago Silva is our own. When he was coming, a lot of people were saying, oh, this old player, he's not going to do anything in the Premier League. Lampard is just going to buy him too. And look at the experience. We are extending his contract until 2023. It's already done. It's a done deal. It's just left with Rudiger's situation, and I perfectly want Chelsea to go ahead and offer Rudiger a contract that he won't reject. He loves Chelsea. He wants to be part of what Thomas Tuchel is building, and he wants to be part of the old G's in Chelsea. And that's the kind of players we want. Those who have the heart for the team, not those who said, oh, I support the club and then go behind and do otherwise. Those players, we don't support them. We support our own, because the supporters know how it feels to win trophies. They know how it feels to lose games. So we need those players who wants to be part of the game and wants to be part of the club. And we see how Chelsea respect their OGs. And clubs are envying Chelsea because of this, because we respect our OGs. What do you think of tomorrow's games? What are your score lines? Type it in the comment sections. Let me take you through, let's take through the discussion and see what possibility tomorrow will bring us. And all indication, the possibility is that Chelsea is going to win this game. But how many goals? That is the question. That's what I want you to put in the comment section, and let's digest it. Let's talk about it, and we see what tomorrow's brings us. For me, my score line is 2 goals to 0. If Tottenham are able to get a goal in Stamford Bridge, I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised, because we need to be back to the way we were before. 8 Premier League games or 10 Premier League games with only 4 goals conceded. That was an amazing performance Chelsea is known for. We are known for our defensive work. We are known for our midfield work. And to add it on top of it all, we need the scoring. And this time round, that is only the problem Chelsea is having. Kai is someone, if he's there, his movement creates a lot of spaces for Chelsea to score. Yes. Even though he also, since the COVID time, he's not been able to be his best. But hey, he will be able to come back. This is the game for you. Sometimes the players comes of their best, sometimes it's not so. Whatever be the case, they are still Chelsea. And so long as they are blue, we need to support them. And it's going to be perfect for everyone. So assuming Chelsea move to the, who do you want to get to the finals alongside with Chelsea? Maybe Arsenal or Liverpool, because this is the other game that will be happening on Thursday, and I will be reacting to those more, because I will want a certain club to be part of, or a certain club to win. Then we'll meet in the finals, and it will be all London derby. And when it comes to London Derby, Chelsea are always the favorite because we harvest the trophies. Chelsea harvest the trophies. What's up, guys? This is the moment we need, and this is the time we need for our players to be on form for sure. And we are not going to turn any stone down. Thomas Tuchel against Conte. Who is going to win this game? Is it Thomas Tuchel or Conte? But we know the 3 back and 5 back is been a formula, and Conte is part of the coaches who started it, who started playing 3 back. But hey, Thomas Tuchel have taken it to another level. Thomas Tuchel have taken it to another level because for the first time, we see a team that is playing 3 back or 5 back, they call it, and they are attacking is absolutely brilliant. When people were talking about 3 back, 5 back, all they think is about defensive and counter attack. And Chelsea's style of play is not all that. So let's see what this game will bring us. Let's see what this beautiful game is going to bring us. And we will be able to go through to the finals of the Carabao Cup, because it's been like a few days Chelsea are able to take this trophy. It's been few days, so we need to take it, and we need to be part of the teams that take it in recent times. That's all what I can say. We've managed to go to the finals for a couple of years. The last time I remember against City, where Kepa pulled out his where Kepa pulled out his this thing against City, and that was Sarri time. So let's see what tomorrow game is going to bring us. And remember to join us tomorrow when we bring you live reaction of this competition. What are your thoughts? Let's talk about the other game. Liverpool, Arsenal in the Emirates Stadium. Liverpool are going to travel to London in Emirates Stadium to face on Arsenal. Both clubs have missed a lot of players. Both clubs are missing a lot of players. Liverpool, they will be missing Mohamed Salah, and then Mane and Keita. Keita will also be missing. These are 3 important players for Liverpool. On the other hand, Arsenal will be missing Thomas Partey, El Neni, Pepe, and then maybe their only striker they have issues with, Emre Aubameyang. Aubameyang will also be missing because they will be traveling to African Cup to play. So it's a game that is going to be 50-50 for both sides, because Liverpool with Mohamed Salah and Mane absent, even though they could find a way to get into this game, but if Arsenal are able to pull out the magic like they did against the performance they put against City, I see Arsenal winning this game. But if they are not able to, Liverpool are always Liverpool. They punish you with the slightest mistake you do. So I expect Arsenal to win this game on Thursday, but the second leg will determine it all. The second leg is going to determine the win. But for Chelsea, Tottenham, Chelsea, we know Edward Mendy won't be on post, and he won't be available for the Blues for 1 month because he already set up to play the African Cup of Nations. And Kepa is going to be on post. Kepa, don't get me wrong, Kepa is good. Kepa is he showed character since Thomas Tuchel and Edward Mendy arrival. He's been brilliant he doesn't complain. Our first goalkeeper, and he has to be our second goalkeeper due to one or two reasons. So, and now the character he's possessing shows that he deserves to be the first goalkeeper right now since Edward Mendy is absent. So, and Don't get me wrong. I would love for him to get clean sheet against Tottenham, even though Tottenham have offensive players who are very dangerous, but Chelsea defense is always a defense that can contain Kane, Hurricane, the Song, and also Lucas Moura, because they don't miss anyone. They don't miss anyone going into the African Cup. They are just going to bring their best 11 because maybe some of them had injury. Then some three players have injury, hamstring issue in the Tottenham camp, and some are due to the COVID issue. Some are still not available. But hey, one thing about Chelsea is they don't care. What they are going to do to Tottenham is what they will still do, even if their 11 best squad was in the pitch. And Tottenham has never scored for against, or they've never won in the Stamford Bridge in League Cup against Chelsea. This side have met. This is going to be the 8th time, and the 7th time they've met. Chelsea are able to win 3 times. Chelsea are able to win 3 times, and for what do you call it? And for semi-finals, we've been meeting semi-finals. Out of 4, Chelsea are able to pull three wins in semi-finals against Tottenham. So Bridge is going to be buzzing. The only problem will be that whether the fans would love to see Lukaku start this game. And the fans love Thomas Tuchel. The fans love the manager. So whatever the manager says, the fans understand. So if he's there, the fan will not worry him in the game. Hey, the Tuchel said Lukaku has apologized, so let's take it like that. It's not something that is harmful. The intention is always the problem. But hey, for now, every club and every fan understand. But the most important thing is he needs to get us the goals we want. If he wants to win the hearts of the fans again, he needs to get us the goals we want. That's the most perfect way. It's the most perfect way we need to end here. So, guys, if you are new, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, be part of this amazing community, be part of building this community, and we need to go far from here. So, you need to join as early as possible and let's build it together. Don't wait for it to be built, then you are now coming in, be part of the building process. And I know every fan out there love to be part of the building process so that you can boast that, oh, you were part of the building in this community. That's the most important thing. We can talk about all sports, we can talk about every club, but hey, Chelsea is always a club that we are looking forward to get them win and get the trophies for us. So, which means that now Chelsea team is set. We see Loftus-Cheek train yesterday and today. Lukaku will join them. Lukaku is supposed to join them today and train. Hmm? Chelsea, Lukaku is here to train. 1 second, guys. I want to do something. So Lukaku is supposed to join the team today to train. And hey, if Loftus-Cheek being back, it means that Chelsea is buzzing. And the coach also said Timo Werner is also trained. Timo Werner also joined the team in training today. So it means that almost everyone is back. It's only Christensen that I didn't heard about whether he's part of the team that trains today or not. But hey, almost our players are back. The only thing we expect them is only Rhys James and Ben Chilwell and maybe Christensen that I didn't heard. And I also heard Chaloba also have a slight injury, so maybe he might not be part of this, but I'm sure he should be. I'm sure he should be because Chaloba among them being part of the back three will be a very strong side for Chelsea this game. To be very strong for Chelsea because Chaloba, you can all see he's a good and wonderful defender. Last game against the whole Liverpool, just imagine against the whole Liverpool, and he made a mistake. They scored. He was able to come back into the game strongly, and Chelsea were able to draw the game for us. Even two down, and you come back, you two down, and you come back to equalize in the same half against Liverpool. I've never seen it happen. It's only Chelsea who can pull these tricks. So Liverpool thought they won the game like that. They were even very lucky we didn't get 4 goals in this match. It's all boiled down to the chances that we've been missing. That's what I'm always emphasizing on. I'm always emphasizing on that. We don't need to be missing games like this or chances like this. If we had win this game, it would have we would have been like still 8 points against Liverpool, Manchester City in the league table, but now City extended the lead with 10 points. How Chelsea will be able to cover up this 10 points is something that we still need to pull a trigger or pull it out. And with Thomas Tuchel, the tactical magician on Chelsea's side, everything is possible because if he's able to take the team half season and take it to win Champions League and FA finals, hey, it's something we should be applauding for because he can still pull same magic. We are just at the half of the league table. You remember he joined the club the same time last season. So, and he's doing his best. He's doing his best for the club. That's why the fans love him. Aside from doing his best, his pre-match conferences, his post-match interviews, and all that, the man know how to speak. And every football fan loves him for that since arriving in Chelsea. Everybody thought Thomas Tuchel was just the difficult side of a coach because I remember some friends telling me Thomas Tuchel coming to your team will spoil the team for you. He doesn't know how to handle players, and players always have issues with him. And hey, it's total different. I'm saying right now. I'm not saying they were wrong, but hey, everyone can change. And I believe maybe people didn't understand him that much the last time. So don't worry. It's something that we are not supposed to expect from. And the team is happy. The players are happy, the board are happy with him, and amount it all, the fans are happy. And that's the most important thing. They listen to him because when he speaks, he's only positivity. And everyone wants to surround himself around a positive person, not a negative type of individual. If you surround yourself among the positive side of individuals, you are always positive, and that's the most important thing. That's the most, and you see the club is doing very well. Just this December, that everything spoiled for Chelsea because COVID and injury, and it's not that we've been bad and we've not been great. At least a bad moment like this, and you are ending points in each match, hey, is something to speak out for. It's something to speak out for. So what's going to happen tomorrow is just a win for Chelsea, and I expect Chelsea to win by 2 goals to nil. 2 goals to nil. And for those of you who bet, you don't need to go for Tottenham win, because Tottenham have never win against Chelsea in Stamford Bridge in League Cup. And for the past 8 games against Tottenham, they are winless. Tottenham are winless. Tottenham, when it comes to trophies and moment like this, hey, don't be joking with Chelsea. Don't be joking with Chelsea. So we're going to win it tomorrow, and we're going to win it for the best. And we're going to end here. Thank you for watching, and it was wonderful hosting you. And I'm going to see you with the post match reaction on this game. And also tomorrow, join us on YouTube live cover, live discussion, and watch along as we take you through this game. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.